you know what sucks? Spring. It may be nowhere near as bad as winter, and possibly the least flawed season, but there are still many disadvantages to the months March through June. As a disclaimer, I don't hate any of the seasons, and this video was made for commentary, educational, and satire purposes. Anyways, if you live in the Northeast, we get something called fake spring, where it'll be a beautiful 65-degree day, and then a shitty, cold 40-degree windy, rainy day the next. I've seen it snow as early as late October, and as late as early May. When you're done with snow for the season and want it to be done and over with and want spring already, the very next day, there's a foot of snow dumped onto the ground and it quickly becomes a slushy mess. On the calendar, it may say that spring starts in mid to late March, but meteorologically speaking, it doesn't kick in until April or even early May in some circumstances. At least for where I live. Springtime must be a saving grace for people living in Siberia or Greenland. Worst of all, daylight saving time starts and you lose an hour and it will disrupt your sleep schedule. There have been various bills proposed to make daylight savings permanent or end it altogether, but it never goes anywhere. If you hate daylight savings changes like I do, I recommend packing your bags and moving to either Arizona or Saskatchewan. In spite of the time difference, at least the sun will set later and the days will get much longer from there. No, actually the worst part of spring has to be the allergies. You're gonna have a blocked up nose and be coughing up mucus for days. I can't stand the feeling of mucus in the back of my throat, it's so uncomfortable. Happens every single year around April or May. All sorts of colds, flus, viruses, illnesses, and stomach bugs going around, just as bad if not worse than winter, because our bodies are trying to readjust to warmer weather again. You're almost guaranteed to get sick one way or another. I hardly ever get sick except for this time of the year. The pollen is an unstoppable force, but we need it in nature. Oh, not just that, the bugs come back out to harass us. Mosquitoes, gnats, wasps, hornets, yellow jackets, horseflies. However, it doesn't get real bad until summertime. Mosquitoes and horseflies are hell-bent on ruining your cookouts and gatherings. There's a few smaller aspects that make the season worse, including tax season and tax day. I don't really care for sports, but football and basketball season end around this time. But baseball starts back up if you're a sports fan. There's also spring cleaning, but who actually cares about that? Many people dislike how mud is the most common around the season due to the snowmelt and precipitation, however I don't mind it since I love quicksand. You must take the good with the bad however, as the best part about spring is that the weather gets warmer again and your fingers don't go numb after being outside for 5 seconds, and you don't have fierce frigid wind blowing in your face. Cabin fever is over. You can go outdoors and it feels beautiful outside just like fall. Not boiling hot and not bitterly cold like the winter. Related to this, I've heard the saying, April showers bring May flowers, since kindergarten, but usually, I see it rain the most frequently during late summer and early fall in my area. Spring also includes B-tier holidays like Memorial Day and Easter, where you either have school off or get time and a half at work. Fun fact about Easter, it can occur as early as March 22nd and as late as April 25th. The next time Easter will fall on March 22nd is 2285, and the last time it happened was the year 1818. There is also April Fools, which you all may know, where you pull pranks and joke around. If you're a fan of Adult Swim like I am, they always pull clever and funny stunts for April Fools, like Adult Swim Rewind last year. Not to mention, April's one of the most unlucky months if you're superstitious. But I don't really pay attention to that. If you're in school or college, there's spring break, which is a huge plus. However, in recent years, towns in the South have been cracking down on disruptive behavior from unruly teens and young adults. Towns are just really sick of tourism, I suppose. After that, it's back to class and stressing out whether or not you're on track to graduate and finals are right around the corner. Unlike winter, at least there are events going on during spring and there's not much of an excuse to be bored or stay locked indoors. It's also nice to see the plants and vegetation grow back after seeing nothing but plasma gray skies and brown grass for the past few months. You can actually go outside without wearing several layers and bask in the warm sun without any worry of the wind chill factor. You can go for a walk anytime. However, the pollen may be an obstacle in your daily routine. The temperature may be mild again, but at the expense of your health and sleep schedule. And that is why spring sucks. But not really. Winter is much harsher. See me next time when I cover summer and fall.